Listen, it's British engineering. Have you seen how they run a country? Be glad the car's still in one piece. Take it where you can get
the
it.
Land Rover I had that caught it on fire after I replaced the head gasket.
Customer states low oil pressure. Gee, I fucking wonder why.
I bet you the oil pressure's through the roof right now.
Yeah.
Actually, through the cap. Well, today I can already see on the screen that we're going to start off with kids that probably shouldn't have passed high school. It'd be a great way to start this.
So mean.
I mean,
be worse.
He's not wrong.
All right, listen. You two don't work on cars. Can you tell me what's wrong here just on a thumbnail?
What do you mean I don't work on cars? I fixed your truck.
You don't work. Watch it.
Don't sound so combative. Jesus.
Watch it.
I'm what you call a YouTube mechanic. You might be a mechanic, but I am a YouTube
These
mechanic.
are clips you're probably watching.
And yet you let me touch your truck?
Once.
Twice.
Never again.
I fixed it!
That's why it's dead outside?
Well, that's because you have a shitty truck.
Whoa!
How about you just start with what you do for a living?
Well, I work on cars and shit. I've been in a shop for 8 years. I went to college. I walked to a shop. I'm a body tech and a mechanic. So I've seen a little bit of everything between college and BOCES and backyard shit.
Let's see if you can decode these 5,000 IQ mechanical issues.
Oh God.
Is it 0.5,000?
Well, semantics.
He needs some air.
No, he's got it.
Plenty of air.
No, he's got it. You see, he's got the soapy water. That's how you know he's got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea of the soapy water. I mean, it's absolutely right.
No, stare a little harder.
Typically, dismounting it isn't the best first move, though.
No. That's essential.
The leaky rim.
That's essential. You see here, see this massive hole in the center of the tire?
Oh, it's camo.
If you see the massive hole in the center of the tire, that's how you know that there's air in there. So that's what he's waiting for.
No, guys. He got them Bluetooth rims.
He's got the Bluetooth rims. That's what it is.
Oh, it's on disconnect.
He paid extra. He paid extra for the Bluetooth rims. That's what it is.
Probably on a Honda.
Probably a Tesla.
Maybe. It's so funny.
Poor kid.
Yeah. For what it's worth, when you're checking your tires for air, you do need the tire to be on with air in it to check for leaks. in case anyone was
air
confused.
To actually leave the tire.
Yeah, the principle, for something to leak, it needs to be there to leak.
Dude, this is probably like this kid's first day at the shop, and
they're
some
just
senior
clickbaiting.
guy just was like,
they're just clickbaiting. They did this for a clip.
No, I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this is like a high school student, or he just graduated. It's his first day at the shop. They're like, you're on.
Oh yeah, no, this.
Yeah. They're hazing. This is hazing, and it's like hazing in the funniest way possible.
Yeah, how does hazing go in a shop?
Not good.
You sound like someone who's had an airbag taped to the underneath your seat before, and they just detonate it when you sit on your chair.
They tried to fuck with me, but when you're 6'3", it's a little hard to get me.
Yeah, a wily one.
He doesn't fit in the tire, unlike other people.
I put people in a tire.
Let's get in the next one.
I gotta send you that video. Oh no.
No, you see what the problem is?
Yeah,
you see what the problem is? You need a little more oil. He's a little off.
The fact that he never moved his feet once.
No, you see.
It'd be so funny if he slipped.
No,
how did he put 30 quarts of oil? How did he put 30 quarts of oil through it?
No, you see the trick
without
is
moving his feet once.
You know what the trick is?
Also,
I'm looking at the front of that car, right? That's probably one of the Japanese cars. You see, they got they got those 35 quart oil pans. They go all the way to the back of the car and then 10 feet out back past it. That's what he thought he was filling. So it's at the 36 quart that he went, wait a minute. Something's wrong here.
Yeah, and the other 40 on the floor have nothing to do with it.
No, that was from the last car he did. He must have
Where
dropped
was he getting the oil that he didn't have to walk through that constantly?
Maybe he's just stupid.
Where did he spawn in that oil? He spawned it in out of his finger.
I mean, do you think that maybe I'm not familiar with Jetta? Do you think that maybe
USA is probably gonna fucking ask him to drill?
Where's the cat? I mean, where's the
USA is trying to find
Where's
a
the
shop
plug?
right now to bomb it.
Where's the plug? Is the plug further enough back that it would have taken like 10 or like 1 or 2 first trips that he wouldn't have noticed it, or is it so up close to the front he would have seen it immediately?
How that's going to be set up. There's an undershield, but you have to take the access panel off to change the filter and the plug, and to take the plug out, the drain bolt. So like it would have drained immediately. Maybe a 10-second delay if you put the cover back on and it's coming through a drip hole, but to have that much there, that's at least 2-3 minutes.
What are the odds he cross-threaded the drain bolt and it's just like for every gallon he puts in half a gallon, every quart he puts in half a quart comes out.
It would have overflowed the top end of the motor.
No, you wouldn't, because it would go into the manifolds. A cross thread is the best thread. So it wouldn't have leaked. It just would have been a problem when you took it back out.
Man, yeah, maybe he's just stupid.
There's no maybe here.
Fair enough. Oh, no, you know what the problem is? Look at him. He's wearing gloves. If you got clean hands, you ain't a mechanic. He got soft hands.
Hey, how do you know a mechanic has a girlfriend?
I don't know. How do you?
They got 2 clean fingers.
You.
I don't know if that could stand, but it was worth a drop.
You fucking rat. Okay.
Customer states won't move.
It won't move. The oil's probably jello.
Well,
I wonder why.
Or
that's a lot of metal.
That's a lot of glitter.
All the metal. Shit. That's every piece of metal.
What did you play? What was it? A Beyblade?
That's literally what I just
Is that
the
no, that's not the is it a what is that?
I wonder why.
They're all symmetrical pieces. It looks like a chain came apart, but I don't think it's a chain.
So whenever you have an engine, you have a lot of tiny metal components, but when they get that tiny, you have a big problem.
When you have anything in the oil pan that's
anything
not
that
oil,
isn't oil,
you have a
bad.
fucking problem.
I wonder why.
That's
there's a magnet on drain bolts to catch like flakes when you actually have like glittery stuff. You know, metal shavings
which
get
you're
down
supposed
there.
to check when you do an oil change.
The magnet's not supposed to catch that.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
look.
don't think the magnet.
Looking at the top there.
Is that a transmission pan?
No, that's an oil pan.
No, it's an oil pan. It can't be the chain. That's the first thing I thought. First thing in my head, the first thing I thought was timing chain. I was like, no, that's in the wrong spot. But I'm like,
no, that's not a timing chain.
Yeah, and then
that's the lift tube. Well, no, it's not a lift tube, but it's yeah. There are so much.
I'm just trying to see from this angle of the camera. I'm trying to see if I could see something obviously missing, and I just don't. It must.
No, you're not going to see anything down there. Everything down there is going to be absolutely fine. That's the top or the pistons or the rods that just slowly work their way down. Well, not rods, but it's going to be the fucking pistons that blew up.
How the fuck did it get? I mean, it had to be towed to the shop, right? That thing didn't drive there.
If it drove to the shop,
it could have on one of the other cylinders that wasn't the other 4.
It wasn't going to sound happy.
No, it was not.
I'm willing to bet the sound. I'm willing to bet the sound is what gave it away. That's for sure.
Wait,
it would have sounded like a squirrel in a blender with rocks.
You know what it sounded like? Turning the music up.
Yeah.
It's a great way to fix any problem in a car. Just turn the music up and put a piece of electrical tape over the check engine light.
Let's see, what was the initial customer state complaint?
Customer states won't move.
It won't move. Okay, so if it won't move, it was probably towed in.
You sure it's not a transmission? Because that looks like my
It's look. You see the 3 bolts on the top left? That's a bell housing.
Yeah, and my transmission pan is after my bell housing.
That's the front of the transmission. This guy's recording from the back because look, there's nothing, no car behind it. That's the bumper, the front bumper. That's the light. Front of engine, then bell housing. He's standing under the transmission pan.
I guess we shouldn't be asking this dyslexic guy.
No,
because that looks like my freaking transmission filter.
I expected just oil sludge.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? At least the oil doesn't look too dark. The oil's
the
fine.
oil's not 5 years old.
The oil's fine. It's the everything else that isn't oil in the oil that has me concerned for the car. Like, tell you what, let's assume the customer wants to pay to fix this. Give me a number. And I'm willing to bet there's no way it's got less than, I don't know, 4 digits, maybe 5.
Oh yeah, no less than 4 at a minimum. If depending on how new it is, it doesn't look like it's a crazy new car. You're figuring 6 to 8 grand for a motor replacement. That's also not necessarily a brand new motor.
Yeah, like you get a brand used motor.
Brand used, baby.
We're putting a motor in one of my cars right now. We $1,500 for a parts vehicle, less than 100,000 on the motor, but then everything else we're going to be at almost what, 2 grand, 2,500.
Yeah, and that's not paying for labor. We're doing it.
That's what'll get you. That's what'll get you is the labor. It depends on what make and model, how intensive the labor is to motor swap this car.
Oh yeah.
Because if it's one of those fancy schmancy German cars, fuck you. You're done.
No.
Buy a new car. The labor's gonna kill you more than buying a new one.
Yes, it will.
German cars make life hell.
Customer states I hit a curb, and now
shocker! Probably yep.
Hit a curb, huh?
Oh, that's tie rod or axle.
Tie
rod axle knuckle.
An engine in this.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Hold on.
Tie rod is snapped clean off.
No, he got one of them Bluetooth tie rods, so you could see.
Oh, it's literally.
You could see where it should be.
How did it snap into threads?
He hit a curb. Didn't you hear him? They tapped a curb. They hit a little oopsie girl math. I tapped the curb. Oopsie ha.
See, typically that'll bend and you'll break it at the actual tie rod end towards the wheel because it's casted and usually got air pockets in it.
It's got one big air pocket now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what,
he could chicken his last ka-chow.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, I mean, those don't look new. Those are looking a little corroded. They probably needed to be swapped anyway, and they just didn't.
It's probably in New York.
This is it. No, this has to be somewhere in the East Coast.
Northeast. That's Northeast.
Oh yeah.
There's no way this is below Louisiana. I mean, this frame, control arm, tie rod, everything has been getting hit with salt every winter, and they have not been washing their car. And it's just been eaten away that was the weakest point. They tapped that curb, and when I say tapped, I probably mean they were going 45.
Yeah, that's not surface rust. That's just surface rust. That didn't rust through.
Yeah.
That broke.
They were going mock Jesus.
Yeah,
Mock Jesus would have sheared off the strut.
They were putting on that scientific. They were doing that scientific race car shit where they're like, if you go 67 quadrillion miles an hour, light will blue shift and all the reds will appear green. Therefore, you don't have to stop at red lights. That's what they were thinking. So they gassed it.
Oh, they're trying to change the color of their car.
That's what it is. That or they're the unluckiest person in the world. And they legitimately somehow snapped the tire out.
I had my F-150 drift, jump into a curb, and jump the whole back end over the curb. And I still drove away.
You put that F-150 through hell.
I mean, benefit of the doubt, right? That car doesn't look raised. Like, it looks like it would be low to the ground.
It's a Mustang. You would never raise it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe like part of the curb, like if the stone was dislodged, maybe it came up and it hit it flat and it didn't hit the tire.
Yeah.
No, that was sheer force brake.
Oh yeah. No,
sheer force brake.
He curved it on one side and just.
I'm trying to concoct a way where it's not their fault, and I think it's their fault.
No, this is their fault.
You know what? Their friend was driving it. That's how.
Yeah, you know what it is? They loaned it. It was their son that he was driving. You know, and he tapped it. That's what he says.
Like,
my baby boy. Yeah, my baby boy would never lie to me. He says he tapped the curb, so clearly he was going 5 miles an hour. Then the camera cuts. The camera cuts to him doing donuts 65 in the middle of a Wendy's parking lot at 2 a.m. and he just slams into.
My son was actually just parked.
Yeah, it's crazy. He just did that.
My son was parked and a car hit it.
Yeah, he was actually washing the car. He was washing the car with a sponge, and it just did that. It was crazy.
Curb jumped right out on him.
Yeah, the curb jumped down at him.
Okay. Engine in this thing. And I'm looking at these.
Oh, is that a terrain?
It looks like it.
Oh.
Let's check. Let's zoom back. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here?
I can't tell.
Nice lift. Looks like a terrain.
It looks GM.
It really looks GM. And the door badge down the bottom like that. That's a Chevy badge too. It looks Chevy molding on the bottom of the door. It's got to be a terrain or an Arcadia.
It either says terrain or terrarium because that's a T. So
it's for tortoises.
Yeah, it's the Chevy Terrarium. It's 2026. You know, it's brand new.
Well, it's the slowest one.
Let's see what's wrong with it.
These rockers.
Probably needs a transmission.
Okay, I'll
the
tell you right
rest.
now, this might be another Northeast
There's no
car.
rockers left.
This might be another Northeast car. There's looking like a lot of eating. There's a lot of bits missing.
That's typical rockers.
And then I look right here.
Rockers are useless.
Yeah, trust me, I don't.
Is
have
that
any.
a bungee
But
cord?
suspension might
Oh.
be. I like the ingenuity with a bungee cord.
There you go.
Sir?
That
He
is.
could have used rope. Why a bungee cord?
Sir?
That's
What,
because that's all he
thought it
had. That's
flex
all
and
he
was
had in the.
rebuilding its suspension?
That's all he had in the trunk when it broke, and he went, "I ain't spending $500 to get my suspension fixed."
Take a shoelace.
Sir? That's not bueno.
He thought the bungee would recreate his suspension.
Yeah, dude, that's what it is. He wanted a smoother ride. That's what he wanted. He said the
He wanted that
natural
bounce
bungee
back.
action. That'll do it. Dude, that is. Just look at this car. Look at the underneath of this car. It's all yellow. It's rusted out. The suspension's attached, but this car has been through some shit. I wouldn't even want to work on this car.
Some shops, I mean,
Would
probably
refuse. I would.
Yeah.
Like if my
Would
buddy
you drop-
came up to me, they're like, "Hey, listen, I want to pay for labor. I want you to redo the suspension. We'll do it in my garage. This is what the underneath of my car looks like."
No,
Fuck
it's
you.
totaled. I'd buy it and I'd run it through a fucking. I would buy the car and then I'd turn it to a burnout
Yeah,
car
dude,
and then I'd
I will
scrap it
give you
after it's done.
$500 as is for you to give me the title and get the fuck out of my garage. That's what I'll give you. Don't ever look at me again with the car like that.
Ugh.
And I say that as a guy. You saw how bad my Trailblazer was. The control arms, my God, I couldn't get them off. But I bought that shit on Facebook Marketplace. I knew that was a lemon when I bought
the
it.
first time I saw that Trailblazer, you're like, hey, do you have any cardboard?
No, that was the Nissan. That was the Nissan.
Oh, you're right. That was
Because
the
it
Nissan.
had a cracked rack and pinion, and all 6 power steering lines had rotted out, so it was always leaking. One bottle for the trip there, one bottle for the trip back.
You saw the Nissan.
Dude, the Nissan was that Nissan was so good. But it had a fucking
It was
fried
not
computer.
power
The computer was fried, so anytime you put in a new ignition switch, the computer would blow it instantly the second you turn the key. So you had to bypass it with some fucking 16 gauge wire. My brother ripped the dashboard out, ripped the push button start out of a car to the junkyard,
Sorry. I
wired
was
it
having
in
a
with
stroke
no
with power steering
safeties,
now.
and then you just had to twist the key and press the push button at the same time. And if you did it wrong, you blew the computer, and you had to reset the whole thing.
Don't worry. No one was ever stealing that car on you.
Dude, when I brought it to get emissions done, the guy didn't believe me. He's like, haha, very funny. I'm like, you need to understand. I said, if you don't do it exactly like I just said, I go, you're going to set off every light on the dash, and it's going to instantly fail. And then he did it wrong, and it instantly failed. And he's like, you're going to have to come back again. And I
Drive
was
it
like,
again.
fine.
You gotta go reset all the monitors again.
I drove home, plugged the Snap-on computer in it, reset, and then he's like, my brother's like, put 50 miles on it without going on the highway. I rode around in circles for fucking 35 miles, took the back roads back there the
Never
next
done
day,
that.
and I was like,
Dude,
50
it
miles,
took-
boom. And I said, hey, buddy, you gonna do it
Onyx
right
on
this
the-
time?
235.
Yeah.
One time to get it to reset was 235 on Onyx's Jeep.
235.
Yeah.
235 in between. And
That was
keep in mind,
that was before I sold it the first time.
and keep in mind, we had to keep clearing it and coming back, and the light kept kicking out at like 230, but we kept scanning it like 160, 180, and the light would come on. We did this like 5 times. You probably put 2,000, almost a full oil change, just to get the thing to pass inspection on that window of like a 5-mile window.
Yeah, dude, that shit's so funny. That's
At
so,
237.
when it's shit like that, it's so funny.
No, that's just gone.
Oh, a mini.
Oh.
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 Oh no.
Oh no. So
For anybody watching, that's bad.
that's what you call getting a new car.
No.
That's so much effort. I would not even put the time in. If you're doing
We were
it
talking
yourself.
about German engineering. British engineering isn't much better.
That's a Mini Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah. And given the fact that he plugged the hose into the reservoir and it came out the oil cap. Well,
Yeah, that's called a head gasket.
yeah, that's your head
that's-
gasket right there. You need that intact.
or more internals.
Yeah, but at a minimum, it's a head gasket.
At
Oh, at a minimum, a head
minimum.
gasket. If not, the friggin' all the coolant pockets just blew past.
Yeah. Best case scenario, you realize it immediately and turn the car off. So at least the
That
water
doesn't
didn't
matter.
mix with
No.
oil and damage your engine.
No.
No,
No.
no.
Best case scenario is you weren't in it when you were going on the highway when it did that.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming if they're filming it, then obviously they didn't die. So I'm saying in terms of like when you blow a head gasket, you know, like you could see a bunch of white smoke comes out your fucking
That's
tailpipe,
not
and
a
your car
normal
lets you
blown
know.
head gasket there, brother.
This is beyond normal.
A blown head gasket throws some smoke out the back and
Trust
has
me,
some,
I would know. I had a Land Rover.
and has some smoke coming out of the vent, out of the oil cap. That is fuckity fucked.
Listen, it's British engineering. Have you seen how they run a country? Be glad the car's still in one piece. Take it where you can get
the
it.
Land Rover I had that caught it on fire after I replaced the head gasket.
Customer states low oil pressure. Gee, I fucking wonder why.
I bet you the oil pressure's through the roof right now.
Yeah.
Actually, through the cap.
Fucking low oil pressure, my ass.
Oh god, it's a rotor.
Oh god.
I don't know. Can you have negative oil pressure? Can you put the gauge on backwards?
You can.
No, it's like
you have a hole out the side of a block.
Yeah, it's like
that's called no pressure, not negative pressure.
Anti-pressure, sub-zero pressure.
Also, you're not supposed to spray a hose to clean shit.
No, I think that car's done. So I think they're like, this car's done if they're putting the hose in it.
Listen, you never know.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna guess these have no brake. I'm gonna guess this. There's no brake pad. I haven't seen this one.
Well, given the fact that they said they just had the brakes done, I'm assuming it's been about 5 years since the brakes got done, and there's no pads and no
actually,
calipers.
You know what? Those rotors don't look so bad. If it was done that long, it would be all gouged up. I bet you those brake pads are backwards.
I was going to say the same thing. Pads are on backwards.
The pads are on backwards for sure.
I got a buddy that can do it cheaper.
Literally.
Is
they broke the bolts.
Oh, that's so much worse. That is so much worse than we thought.
It's all zippy ties, dude. What the fuck?
Zippy ties.
Looks good. That shit. Listen.
Zippy.
Listen, he probably flicked it with one finger and said that'll hold.
That'll hold, and that means he can't break. It's legally, it's not allowed to break if you do that. It's the rules. He did it for each zip tie.
They're stronger.
Each zip tie, he flicked it. And he goes, not going to go anywhere, not going to go anywhere, not going to go anywhere. And he hit all fucking 30.
Can we appreciate how there's only one around the front of the caliper?
Right?
Can we appreciate how they're not actually hitting the rotor? Or did they snap off on the way?
I'm willing to bet that there was more than this many, and he's been losing them every time he hit the brakes. Every time he hit a bump, every time he hit the brakes.
Every time you get to a stop sign, instead of a Chinese fire drill, it's quick, son, get under the car and throw another 2 on.
Yeah, we use the whole pack. They stop at the Hobby Lobby, buy a 300 pack. Jesus, that's okay.
We were all so far off on what this was going to be.
Dude, they set us up. You're like, oh, okay, the rotors aren't bad. It's probably something to do with the brakes. And then you look underneath it and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't why I'm here. The problem isn't the zip ties, it was the brakes. I think the fucking problem is whoever did your shit didn't. I think that's the problem.
I got a buddy that can do it cheaper.
That's the thing. I don't even think this is cheaper.
I don't think that's cheaper.
This is a buddy who did it for free. Like,
it's $100 in zip ties.
Shit.
With today's inflation?
Dude, this guy must have a fucking sponsorship with fucking
right?
Mr. Zip Tie.
Zip Tie buy supplies?
What's the Harbor Freight brand of zip ties?
For the record, let's attempt to be educational here. Hypothetically, I'm driving down the highway, I'm going 65 miles an hour. The only thing holding my brakes together are zip ties. Someone in front of me cuts me off. I go to slam on my brakes, all the zip ties blow off. What does that do to my car? Other than get me killed.
Right? Honestly, the problem is acceleration here, I feel like. Because you see on the top where that other bolt is not broken off? See how there's a little a cushiony rubber gasket there? That's a slide pin. It's supposed to slide. It's supposed to contract and release. That's how pistons work and brakes. So this one is constantly retracted now. So you're constantly grinding the brake. So you're never fully releasing. So you're always dragging.
So you're just
fighting. Dive in that way.
You're just fighting physics the entire time you're driving.
Yes,
but only on one side of the car.
Brakes are cooked.
But only on one side of the car.
Now, let's just say this is the only one I can give benefit of the doubt so far. They broke down on the. Oh wait, no, they said it just got done. Never mind.
Yeah, they said that just had my brakes done.
I was gonna say if they broke down on the road like a pin broke because it happened to me, and they did this, just to get it to the shop, so the rotor didn't go, so it didn't go into the wheel. But yeah, no, if they just had it done, yeah, that's a problem.
I guess benefit of the doubt.
Customer came in after hearing a crunching
Uh-oh.
noise coming from
Oh,
the
that's
Oh.
thick as
See how well, your first problem is you're driving a Ford Explorer, but your second problem is see how glittery that.
It's called a Ford Exploder.
There you go. You know what Ford stands for? Found on
No,
road dead.
shut up. No,
Fix or repair
You know what?
daily.
fine on cars, bad on trucks. Ford trucks, baby.
Dude, look
Which
how
one of your
glittery.
Ford trucks is running right
Shut
now?
the fuck up.
Which one of your Ford trucks is running? Because both are dead.
Mechanics don't maintain their own shit. That is a known fact.
Oh, is that why we have 5 vehicles? Only 2 are
Shut
running?
up!
Silence.
Actually, we have 6 vehicles. 8 if we include your motorcycles.
I got one of the motorcycles running.
is what came out of the power transfer unit.
So you want to go ahead and explain why glittery fluid coming out of your PTU is a bad thing?
Oh well, I can explain how it happened. For one, remember the one that looked like Beyblades?
Yep.
This is the not as bad one.
It's just finer metals.
Dude, look at that
Oh
plug.
nope, never mind. It's bad.
Yep.
Never mind.
Nope.
Oh, that's the drain bolt. That's the magnet I was telling
Yeah,
you
that's
about.
the magnet. And notice how there's no magnet left? It's all metal. It's all bits.
This
No,
is
the magnet's in what his hand is holding. That's all just glitter built up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't see the magnet. He's holding the
Oh
drain
my
bolt.
god.
This is like that metallic slime you had us fight a few sessions
Yeah,
ago.
very not dissimilar actually.
Dude, listen, his engine's just a fine grading machine.
Yeah, that thing's I think he's sponsored by KitchenAid. I think that's what it is. He's got the blender attachment in his fucking PTU.
He put a motion blender in
Yeah, it's a
his-
motion setting. He put a little olive oil in there, a little bit of xanthan gum. He made a frappuccino in there. That's the trick.
Puree.
Just so
baby.
we're clear, no one ever put olive oil in your engine unless you want it to go.
It
bye-bye.
says oil, therefore it can go in my engine. I'm not stupid.
I sweat oil, so that means I can drain it in
Yeah.
there off my sweat rag.
Yeah, dude, look at that. Ugh. I just hate the consistency of it.
Coming from the
Ugh.
It's
I also like how they're self-aware. The customer's like, I heard a crunching noise. Brother, you heard a lot of crunching noise.
you heard a fucking garbage disposal.
Yeah, for like 20 minutes before, because that shit's glittery, bro. That looks like a fucking TikTok.
I can't hear it. Let me turn up the
bootleg
radio and
video.
rev the fuck out of it.
Dude,
Let me
you're
really
telling me-
curate that shit.
You're telling me you don't hear a crunching noise and then put your car in
Stop
park and
it.
jam on the accelerator and bring it up to 6,000 RPM? Like just for
Don't
funsies?
even. Funsies.
It's just for fun, you know. Sometimes you really want to. You paid for the whole RPM monitor, right? The whole dial, so you got to use the whole
They
dial.
probably
right?
have car shield.
Listen, I bought the gauge with the red line, so I gotta use the red line, right? That's the rule.
It's like saying you pay for the whole round of golf, so you're gonna use the water and
Yeah,
the
I gotta use
woods
the
and
sand
everything
trap
else.
and
I
the
paid
bunker
for the
and
whole course. I'm
rough.
going to see the whole course.
Yeah. You want
It
to
has
explain
nothing to do with my loft.
for
Bag of bugs
do you want to
and
explain? Do you want to explain what a PTU is and why you want it to function? In layman's
What a
terms, what a PTU is, a power transfer unit.
Literally your engine.
Yeah, well,
Power transfer unit is what makes the engine connect to the transmission, which makes your wheels go wee. That means it's instead of the transmission and the wheels going wee, your internal said "see ya." It was like that slingshot, like from a a carnival or whatever.
the thing. You know the thing.
the
Yeah,
thing,
the
stuff
thing.
and things.
The
Yeah,
thing.
Like a slingshot from like Six Flags. You load it up and your engine just said yeet.
just throw it.
Internals goodbye.
Except in that example, the ball or whatever you're in decided to go and continue flying
You
and
guys
have
are
catastrophic.
so eloquent when you speak. I
coming
love it.
from the front of their Ford
I
Explorer.
try. I really do.
This is
Again,
what
I turn
came out
wrenches
of the
for a
power
fucking
transfer
living.
unit.
What do you
Fair
think?
enough,
Actually, I
fair
said
enough.
Bondo. The Bondo dust is getting to me. Oh, I've seen this.
No.
Sorry.
Was this a
I
run?
know this
Oh, is this a runaway diesel situation?
It's a dyno. No, not
Enjoy.
runaway.
Enjoy.
Well, that
It's
truck
a
ain't gonna be in
mobile
one
dyno,
piece.
which
for
are
very
cool
long.
as hell. The mobile dynos are
If
cool.
I'm not mistaken.
Sponsored by
It needs a
Super.
better hood latch.
Notice
I
how
believe
it's
it needs a better
buckling.
hood latch.
Notice how the center of the truck is kicking up, and there it goes. Well, there was a truck there. And boom. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, once you saw that gray swirl,
Yeah, because once
That's like
he's
more
rolling coal,
whiplash.
he's rolling coal there for a second, and then it all goes white, and you're like, uh-oh, and the pitch shifts, and you hear it kick up,
Bye.
and then
See, I'd love to
flames.
explain it, but it could literally be like
100 different
10
things.
different things. If I had to take an educated guess,
you're educated.
the oil line blew, and that oil all over the turbo, which then spooled up the white smoke.
Yeah,
Was burning the oil instead of the diesel, and then caught over the manifolds, and that's what just ignited instantly.
yeah. I was gonna say because look at the sheer amount of like the bloom of the flame. Like it had to be a fuel that was spit out, and like it goes from both ends of the truck. It's not like it comes out of one side.
So one
yeah.
thing to
It has to
consider
be
is that's
aerosolized.
diesel too. So diesel is even though it's also flammable, it's not quite the same as gas.
You can't just drop a match and that shit goes.
No. Then again, the amount of heat built up in that engine, I would believe it if you told me it was the diesel. Like the sheer temperature it's at before
the
you
diesel played a
aerosolize
part.
it.
Not to say the diesel did not play a
I
part.
don't think the diesel played a part.
I think a little bit of it.
I mean, if you vaporize diesel fine enough, it will catch. It's just not going to catch as easily as gasoline vapors. You could still technically burn diesel.
Well, again, that's the difference between a diesel. One of the biggest differences between a diesel.
Well,
motor
it's your
gas
compression.
motor is-
It's your compression.
It's the
Compression
compression
versus
ratio.
your
aside from
combustion.
that, glow plugs versus spark plugs.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't.
That's
you can't
why
catch
you
diesel
never
with a
spray
spark.
starting fluid while your glow plugs are active.
It's also why if you want to royally fuck your car, if you want to royally fuck your diesel, put gas in it, and vice versa. Tell me how good that works out for you when you're running gas in your diesel with no spark plug.
Our mom did it one time.
She filled up the diesel Suburban with gas, and then once we got the gas Suburban instead of diesel, she did the other way.
Nice. I
Got
think you're just
both.
messing with her
Double
at
whammy.
that point. I think you're just messing with her.
Double whammy.
The
It was
greatest part
great.
is both were green Suburbans.
Yeah.
And they were like a year apart.
Amazing. No, I mean,
You
I
can
guess-
believe it. We were younger.
Yeah.
Our father, not amused.
I mean, I guess
Dude,
technically
I think my
speaking, I
best
mean, one is easier to fix than the other, right? Like,
oh yes.
Technically,
they're both bad, but I think what is it? You can unfuck a diesel engine if you put gas in it easier than if you put diesel in a gas engine.
Pretty much. Because literally in my 7.3, I can just pour vegetable oil in the gas tank and the fuel tank and essentially run. Diesels are more forgiving.
not ideal.
Not good, but functional.
Listen, we have a zombie apocalypse and go to fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm
and
going to
loading up.
Costco.
I'm
I'm buying
driving
about
away.
a gallon.
And I'm driving away, brother.
Yeah, have you seen what diesel costs at the fucking pump? I'll use the vegetable
No,
oil.
because my diesel's broken.
So is his gas.
Isn't your
his other
7.3
gas.
Isn't your 7.3 the truck that had the excavator bucket dropped on it?
Yes.
Yeah, loader bucket. Yeah,
It just fucking smashed the whole end, so you replaced it with a flatbed.
yeah.
Dude, listen, a little redneck ingenuity. Yeah, you crushed the entire back of my
hell
car.
yeah, brother. Dude, I will say the worst time I ever saw, and it was funny, was we were on the highway. We pulled off at one of the rest stops. We watched this lady in it had to be like a brand new Suburban, maybe a year old, with the way the model was, like I saw the lights and everything. Fully topped it with diesel.
Ooh.
Watched her pump the whole thing. And then all of a sudden pull about 30 feet forward and stall, and I saw sputtering out the exhaust. That was definitely a flex fuel gas. Because all of a sudden she got out of the car and fucking got on the phone real quick. She just put probably $100 worth of diesel in a brand new gas job.
Nice. Well, listen, maybe if
was
you're lucky,
good.
you just say, you know what? My husband's rich. He'll just buy me a new car. Maybe that's what she's calling.
Yeah.
That's what she's hoping for.
Yeah.
Because the alternative is what? You got to fucking drop the tank and just get it all out and clean it.
Drop the tank, drop the lines.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't run it too long to burn up anything.
I mean, she only
inside.
made it 30 feet, right? So as long as she didn't idle for a long time, I mean, maybe you can drain it out of the lines, mostly in the lines, and you just clean
You can
up.
stop catastrophic.
Yeah, and
You got to drain the
yeah.
oil. You can do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and replace basically everything in that system. I mean, at the very least, you don't have to.
Only a $5,000 service for funsies.
Well, $5,000 service comparative to a $10,000 fucking new gas tank, new engine, new head, new everything. So I guess it could be worse.
If you're talking brand new, you're talking 25 grand to replace all that shit.
Nah, she knows someone who could do it cheaper.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I got a guy that does it cheaper.
Oh, dude, I
he
love
actually
that.
knows what he's doing.
Ugh,
Yeah,
fuck
I know.
you.
I got a guy who could do it cheaper, and then they come back in 2 weeks, and it's like, yeah, I don't know why he dumped half a can of Flex Seal in my fucking oil pan, but I don't have an oil pan anymore.
Hey, listen. Sometimes it works. I literally put Flex Seal on my gas tank of the car that I sold because it was leaking at the top of the pinhole.
Doesn't sound good, dude. I would not admit that.
For legal reasons.
The car's still
That's
running a
joke.
year and a half later. I see it. It was a vapor pinhole. Did you have to throw a code? Didn't fix anything. Oh, what the fuck? That's
Dude. So, and honestly, I mean, you could argue it's like, obviously,
I'm sure
it
you can
wasn't.
hear
Honestly,
us,
you know what it is?
but
There wasn't even a
we can't hear
pinhole.
you.
You know what the problem was?
Oh, okay.
You know what the problem was? It was a sensor. $10 sensor. Just change it. It would have been fine. You just didn't have the time. The Flex Seal was a
No, I had
optional.
California emissions.
California emissions.
So that means my
makes life very
sensor that was
difficult.
$10 here was like $180. So I said,
Oh,
fuck it.
fuck that.
Fucking California.
Dude, I was having such a good night. You had to go and ruin, and you had to go and mention the worst state in the union. Let's official bill of health on all these cars. I would say don't do anything we've seen today. just avoid it. No zip ties on your brakes. No bungee cord on your suspension. No, don't run your fucking diesel on the dyno for 37 years and blow the entire front end of the truck off.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta make sure it looks cool.
Well, you gotta make sure it looks cool, and of course you have to film
money
it.
to replace it.
You
Make
have
sure
to film
somebody's
it for
recording, of
science,
course.
obviously.
And then you have to make sure you have extra money to fix it.
And make sure you're checking air with no rim.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, you don't want the air in the tire to mess up your test, right? So that's why you have to take it off.
Of course.
I mean,
Because you're checking the tire, not the rim.
He was probably the smartest person in this video.
It might be.
Because at the very least, we know he'll get better. Everyone else, well, fair enough, I suppose. I've been some pretty stupid mechanics.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to one.
Oh,
Whoa.
shots fired.
As he just said, I'm about to do his motor swap.
Dude, it's crazy. Your motor swap. You're about to get your motor put it upside down. That's crazy.
We've had the stuff for 6 weeks.
That sounds like that sounds like a mechanic's time management to me.